veil on her that's across her hat.
The pressed widow? Yes, I suppose it would look a little bit better.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
You look like a widow.
Why?
That is the traditional garb of a woman whose husband has died and is in mourning.
Yes, it's custom. They wear something akin to that get up for what is it, several months?
Sometimes, yes.
That's
Yes.
that explains a lot. Good to know.
Well,
Yes.
I would have told you, but I mean, I thought it was, an awful good reason for people not to talk to you.
That is also true.
That's also true. That explains a lot on multiple levels. Yes, perhaps that might be a little bit more to the scene of where we're going.
Give me a few minutes. She says she stands up and cracks her knuckles. I'm going to be taking you behind the screen here so I can get your measurements. Don't want the boys looking.
We'll go with it.
She takes your wrist and pulls you behind the screen and does one of those ridiculously fast and Disney transitions where she just like tosses clothes side left and right, and then you just hear snip, 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 sewing noises, and then you get tossed out the other side, looking like a completely different person.
Every piece of cloth that comes up is just different shades of black.
Yep.
Bippity boppity boop.
Yeah, thanks, Jason.
She comes out looking like a gender bent version of Blink.
Blink looks like a furbolg.
She looks like a gender bent version of Blink before he was a furbolg.
There you
go. She cannot account for the height difference, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, got a little red nose.
I think that works. Actually, now Blink looks, or now Gemini just looks like her profile picture or her token.
Yes.
This is. She's like kind of pulling at the cloth a little bit, trying to readjust it across her face. Blink, how do you breathe in this? Both I could breathe, but it feels stuffy.
It's easy to breathe when you're always on the move.
Right.
That statement was contradictory.
No, I mean, it holds a little truth. And if you've ever ridden on a horse, the breeze keeps you quite cool on a hot day. Sorry to butt in.
No, that's good insight. Alright, I think I'm more dressed appropriately. Shall we go?
Yes, and I will be accompanying you, if you do not mind.
No, I think that'd be best for Sir Bonaparte's safety if you accompanied him.
Oh, I'm not going for him.
Right.
I suppose we should get going now. We're going to be quite late. The wagon should be pulled up.
Right.
So if you are all ready to go, thumbs up. Sweet. She leads you back out to the front of the building where in the little U-shaped road in front of the manor, there is a wagon that is prepared. Single horse-drawn carriage with enough room for about 6 people to sit in.
Take a seat.
Funnily enough, 6 people are going.
And Ralph will maybe hold the door open for everybody.
Very gentlemanly of you.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else steps in, and then after that, you walk in and close the door behind you. All of you are sitting down in the wagon now. Jacques is in the far right corner, and Jace in the far left.
Like
wherever y'all want to sit.
Opposite sides?
Yeah, like diagonally away from each other.
I'll sit in the center. On Jace's side.
Alright. Ralph and Blink, where y'all want to sit?
Closest to the door, I'll probably be the last one in.
Alright. I'll be sitting on the far left on the opposite side of Jace.
Yep, and I'll sit in the very front.
Is Chomp accompanying us, or is he staying with Durgan for now?
That is up to you.
Stay with Durgan.
I think probably staying with Durgan.
Oh.
Okay.
I know, but where we are going is not going to be very safe.
What are you talking about? It's going to be completely fine. Eh, probably.
Sir Bonaparte, I've known you for only a short time, but I feel like you have a habit for getting into sticky situations.
That is a very accurate description, yes.
Have no fear, sir. We will keep you safe.
I feel quite safe, friend. Do not worry. Oh, this one gets me right on the knee, I swear.
I took over Chase when he says that.
Jace is kind of like digging her claws into the armrest.
Yeah.
Every time he speaks, it just gets deeper. But her face is completely emotionless. Like, she's not reacting any way except on her right hand, where she's just destroying this poor armrest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the carriage kicks off, and the horse begins to trot. Is there anything that you would wish to discuss amongst yourselves or with the NPCs in the cart before we transition? This will be a 30-minute ride. Not 30, I apologize. 15-minute ride. Forgot that wagons like half the time.
Not from Gemini.
Yeah, up for an awkward 15-minute ride.
Ah, my favorite kind of ride.
Probably
Yeah.
because Jace is there.
Yeah, there's a very thick atmosphere in between all of
It's
you
like
because they're on either end. So normally, if they were like right next to each other, it would just be radiating towards you. But you're caught in the middle, and it's
Yeah.
just kind of like it's
That
the
feral
air
cat
is
vibe.
thick.
Oh, yeah,
The
mom
air
and
is
dad
thick.
are. Yeah, mom and dad are getting a divorce, and we're all in the same car ride.
Little did you know this has happened before.
So surprised.
She'll get over it.
when he says, I just go. Just laying back in a chair. Oh,
Jace is just smiling with her eyes closed, but the armrests ain't making it through the ride.
I quietly, I'll hold on my pendant. Just under my breath give a prayer for Bonaparte's safety against the wrath of Jace. Poor foolish
Your
man.
god responds, hell hath no fury upon a woman scorned.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that shit, I'm out. And the connection is severed.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, random encounter time. Okay, drive check. Ah, man. All right. You do hear a commotion happening up and outside of the cart, but you seem to keep going past. Like, nothing happened, apparently.
Hey.
Because I was not expecting the drive check to be that high. All right. Encounter avoided. Well done, driver. You made the scene go by quick, I guess. That's always helpful. All right.
We shall make it to the
But-
other door of the session.
Hopefully, after a quick 15-minute drive of pure agonizing silence, the horse whinnies and the cart is pulled to a halt as the driver steps down and opens the door for you all to exit. You're here, sir, and company.
A very rugged-looking Ralph will step out, like the big mean thug, bouncer, dude.
You trying to make yourself look intimidated?
Yeah.
Why don't you roll an intimidation check?
Trying to step out like a group of hooligans.
Just having that lip stuck out, slight underbite, like fuck you
11.
up. 11? You're an adventurer wearing some pretty well-maintained armor and have a very gnarly-looking sword. You're pretty tough looking right now. You ain't the scariest guy out there. Your face is kind of soft, but aside from that,
I look like I can handle myself.
you do look like you can handle yourself. You look like you can handle anybody that looks like they can handle themselves too. You're prepared. That's what matters.
And I'll stand on the
Rest-
side and wait for all of my accompaniments to exit the vehicle, and I'll walk right behind Jaquez.
How do you exit the vehicle, Gemini?
Quietly. Trying to step out like a shadow, if possible.
It's not difficult. Make a stealth check. So you're wearing light armor and dark clothes. You're very shadowy and suspicious.
This would be a great time to roll a 1.
You sneak out in my shadow.
That's
There
true.
you go.
15. 8 plus 7.
You slink out without a word, and you are standing across from Ralph as the rest of the party removes themselves from the wagon. Blink, how do you exit the wagon?
Is it dark?
It's getting there.
Would
The
it be
sun is
dark
setting.
enough for me to utilize my stuff?
It's dimly lit.
I'm invisible.
Ooh.
I'm already out of the wagon.
You just hear two creaks as the wagon wobbles, but you don't see anybody leave.
Dad probably behind Ralph.
Sure. Jace walks out, like strides out. She ignores the steps and just lands on the ground and stands to the side as the entourage awaits their patron. Jacques, in all of his flamboyant glory, steps out and gives you all nods. Thanks, the driver. You may be on your way. Yes, sir. I'll be here in an hour. On the dot. Very good. Now then, he adjusts his suit, shifts his tie. Let's get going. As he begins walking into an alleyway. The
Oh.
entrance is quite secret. You'll have to go through this very dark alleyway.
Why is he yelling?
He's already in the alleyway. Y'all haven't followed him yet.
Yeah, I'm following
Oh.
right behind him
Yep.
on his hip.
Let me just go grab a pillow. My ass hurts.
I'm not looking at my spells for any particular reason. This is fine.
As he leads you down the alleyway, a few twists and turns, he eventually comes across what you can only assume to be a dumpster. He stops at that dumpster and then proceeds to push it out of the way. Under that dumpster, there is a very cleverly concealed hatch, of which he pulls out a silver key, which you don't get a lot of time to get a good look at it, but the silver glint is unmistakable. As he places the key into the lock, twists it to the right, twists it to the left, and then twists it to the left again, and you hear a click as the hatch just makes a clicking noise and slides open, revealing a stairwell that leads down under the city streets. Follow close now. There might be a few traps.
Excellent.
I am kidding. Laugh for once. Come on. I pull legs.
Good joke, sir.
I've had better ones, I admit. I'm kind of tired. All right. Let's continue, he says as he begins walking down the stairs.
I
Well.
will keep an eye out for traps the entire journey down here. I don't think that was a joke.
And is it dimly lit in this tunnel we're traveling?
You'll notice that as you continue walking down these steps, torches are automatically lit every about 15 feet.
I will follow in pace with Jaquez, keeping in a
What
safe
is-
distance.
What is the marching order? Jacques will be at the front, but what's the order leading up to that?
Shmi.
Probably Gemini?
And then
So
In the center.
Jacques, Ralph, Gemini, Blink, and then Jace.
Jace.
Yeah, the Jace being the
All right,
path makes sense.
that's the 5 of you going down these stairs. Eventually, you do hear the hatch slide back over and lock back into place. All right. I do need to mention a quick thing about these friends of mine. They're influential in their own spheres. I ask that you maintain a level of decorum that you would give someone of considerable station. I have been very lax with courtesies and whatnot, and I am fine with that. That's because that is who I am. But these ones are, they can be a little bit more stick up the ass, if you know what I mean.
Very
You
well.
know, except one of them. She is very funny. She gets my jokes.
Very well.
So, as long as you remember not to speak out of turn, everything should be fine. Excellent. Now, he he finally leads y'all out of the stairwell into about a 15-foot square room with a large gilded door. Y'all been walking down for maybe about 2 minutes. So you're good, maybe, I want to say 200 feet down. And this is just a straight stairwell. But, as I said, you made your way into an open room with a large, I want to say about 10-foot tall gilded door. All right, let's see if I can remember the combination. He says he walks up to the door and begins looking around it, feeling for different parts of the regalia. See him begin twisting some parts of it, pushing another part. Pulls out something. He's like, oh, that was what's happened. Puts it back in. And twist, slides. Twist to the right, twist to the left, and where's the button? There. And he hits one of the spherical formations on this door, and it slides into it. And the door makes a loud chunk, chunk. As an old mechanism begins to pull the large stone doors open. I still got it. Come along now. It will close very soon, so we might want to, hurry up. Says as he quickly strides into the darkness of the next room.
Continuing to stay on his hip.
Smart. Because you are probably the only one in this group that cannot see what's happening around him right now, because there are no lights in this room.
Yeah,
I'm
yep.
pretty visible in sight right now.
Wait, you're
So you want to roll insight?
No, I can see pretty well in here is what I was trying to say, but
Ah.
words.
How long does your invisibility last?
If I'm in darkness, it's infinite.
It's not so, if you take an action, it doesn't cancel it?
Mm-mm. No, it's a passive ability.
I am one with the shadows. I am the true edgelord.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, let me pull it up here.
I would assume at least if you take an attack action, it would drop it, but
Yeah, it's not greater than Viz.
yeah, because that's like very powerful.
It's like, yeah, level 5 or 6.
read it. Gotta find it.
It's like a 4th level spell on permanent, as long
While
as it's
you are
dark.
in darkness, you're invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see.
Oh, so you're not actually invisible, you just are
Yeah.
impossible to detect with dark vision. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
You're red.
You're
It's my-
anti-infrared vision.
It's my umbral sight. So, and
Interesting.
my
So
dark
as
vision
It's
long,
of 90 feet. It's 30 because I already have it, so it's plus 30.
yeah, improved dark vision. All right,
Yeah.
sweet. Now that we got that out of the way, you continue making your way down this noticeably shorter hall. You can already see where the room is opening up into a lit area. You walk into this room, and it is a large circular room, about maybe, I want to say, 80-ish foot circumference. Is that the right one? Diameter, 80-foot diameter, not circumference. So this is a pretty sizable room. It goes about 40 feet into the air. It's a cylinder room. I know where it's. And in the center of this cylinder room, there is a round table, of which there are 5 seats. None of them are occupied as of now, but there are also 5 other ways to enter this room. Ah, seems we are actually early. That's never happened before. Whatever. He makes his way over to a chair and takes a seat.
Can I glance or look around the room, try to see if there's anything out of the ordinary, something that might indicate something is wrong? An assassin just waiting for Jacques to sit down and shoot him.
Why don't you make a perception check?
Great. And I'm underground, so no disadvantage. Go
None of that
Dragonlance.
pesky sun business.
None of that pesky sun business. 29. 19 plus 10.
It's a very quiet room. You don't see any very visible traps. You don't see anybody hiding in plain sight.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Nothing short of invisibility is going to stop you from noticing what's in this room. Which is lit, by the way. It's brightly lit.
Okay. I'm gonna do the edgy rogue thing and post up along the wall where I can look across the whole room.
Okay.
Ralph will post up immediately behind Jaquez's chair, standing menacingly over the back of it.
He's just standing.
Excellent. He's just standing there, menacingly. And what have you, Blink? Where are
I'm
you
standing
positioned?
next to the doorway that we entered in. I just kind of took a step to the left. I'm just kind of standing at the doorway.
And Jace will be on the other side of where Ralph is standing. So,
Can we get a visual
Yeah.
representation of the room?
sure. Yeah, let me go ahead and get a drawn up map real quick.
Yeah, it's going to kind of know how big it is, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I can make circles with this, I think.
You can, yeah, just use a shape tool.
Eclipse. I think that's right. Oh, that's an oval. Shit.
The room is oval now.
The room is
It's an
now an
octacular
oval.
room, okay?
Hmm?
It's an octacular room.
I can fix this, I swear. Just give me time. I swear I can pay my debt. That's what they all say. Shit. I don't have a ruler, do I? Where's my ruler? Oh no. Oh, there it is.
Sure,
Aha.
yeah.
Oh, that's actually a little too big. I actually managed to make it too big. That's hilarious. Okay. So it should be right there. All right, don't take your eye off it. Don't take your eye off. Fuck. Just told you not to take your goddamn eye off it. I can't grab it no more. What the hell?
Didn't Roll20 release a new like map building thing? Is it
No idea.
Roll20?
Not sure.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
So I play
should
physical.
be.
If I need a map, I just write it on my whiteboard.
Fuck it.
He
Fuck
said,
it.
"Hey,
It's a
here's
ni-
the map."
I use
it-
incarnate.
It is
Roll up.
it is a 90-foot diameter circle now.
Perfect.
That is what is in here.
Perfect.
We
I'm
cannot
not doing that again.
We cannot see it.
I know I haven't finished it.
Okay.
Is it,
Oh,
does
it
it too
was
have
draw
dark
one
vision?
circle. What?
Does
Did you
the
just
room
ask
too
if
have
the
dark
circle?
vision?
Did you just ask if the room has dark vision?
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Mimics can be rooms.
Fucking damn it! No,
Shit.
we're not encountering a mountain mimic. Okay, relax.
I did a campaign one time that was a whole dungeon was a mimic.
Oh my god.
Players didn't know.
That's evil.
It was fun.
I mean, I respect that. That's hilarious. I definitely will do that now.
It was a living dungeon. It was so cool.
That's actually a really cool concept. I'm stealing that. Y'all don't know when I'm gonna employ it though. It could be this campaign. It could be some other campaign.
That's
You don't
true.
know. Or you know, so long as this one ends up going well enough. All right, almost done. I kind of made it in the corner of the map, so I can't really do as much as I wanted with it. But that's a general representation of the room. Like, grab your icon and boom.
It's fine, because we're totally not going to get into a fight, right, Blink?
Y'all don't
I
want to
do as the arrow wills.
This is your friend Royal talking. You don't want to get in a fight in this room. Just
Throwing it out there.
yep. So, as you could probably guess, this is the area you came from. This is the stairwell. This is one of the other stairwells, and just imagine there's another one in the other two directions.
Sure.
There's doors on opposite ends. There's 5 of these. I couldn't really, make a. Can I? I actually want to see if I can real quick. Hold on. I can see it. I can. Aha! I can rotate. Yes! All right. So there are 1, 2, 3 doors like that. But obviously, I actually know I can copy, can I? I'm a genius. I'm sorry. I'm having so much fun doing this. I was not prepared for this map to be necessary. I was actually kind of expecting y'all to turn this down. But I'm glad y'all didn't.
We spent an
'cause now
entire
you get-
session chasing down someone following us. I think we were going to turn down a secret meeting under the city. Fool.
Maybe. Anyways, it's like this. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different doorways leading it to this stable.
I'll take one more step over here to not be right next to that hallway.
Go ahead and grab Jace since she's also here. She'll be standing there. And you can go ahead and put your thing down if you wish, Blink. Since you're the one who requested this visual representation, I expect you to be on this map.
Yeah, where's the door we entered in at?
The bottom.
It's not
Right
letting
there.
me. I'm literally right here.
Can you not place your token?
Already did.
It's on there.
Oh, now I see it. Ooh, I'm like, how did I not see it? All right. So, you all have a few moments to yourselves in this quiet room. Is there anything that you wish to discuss? Any plans in case of an ambush or something?
Why would there be one of those?
Y'all seem to make contingency plans for a lot of shit that doesn't seem to happen, like attacking a random woman on the side of the street.
No, I mean, Ralph would just be standing there doing his thing.
Okay.
And probably feeling really awkward because I'm standing next to Jason Jaquez so close.
That palpus, is there the palpableness of the air around them has increased tenfold due to how close she is to him. You can see that there's something about her that makes it seem like she's really wanting to just like rip him apart.
You idiot, what you do?
Y'all did not make it to the cell before she did. That's all I will say.
Yep.
All right. After about maybe 2 or 3 minutes pass, you hear footsteps coming from one of the other corridors. And a large orc wearing full plate mail armor comes in from this side. Let me go ahead and get a fucking token. See, sits down, not really acknowledging any of you. Gosh, you'd think it'd be easy to find an orc. But nope, all I'm finding is a fucking cockatrice. What?
Has everyone here
What is
seen
this?
everyone here seen Husband Hotel?
Yes.
I've never watched it.
Highly recommend. I'm just imagining this is like the meeting of the overlords.
Funny you should mention that.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm glad somebody recognized it. Because that's what inspired this meeting.
I know.
I am a nasty little thief. I know.
Hey, got pull
God damn.
inspirations for things that are good.
Man, you'd think there'd be an orc in here, but there really isn't. That's... Huh. Alright. Marketplace purchases, I guess? There should be something in here. I swear there should be. Draconians. Dog? What?
Yeah,
I said,
imagine I'm just standing there with my sword under my two hands, just like have it like placed on the ground in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
resting.
Look intimidating as fuck.
like you have your sword out and on the ground?
Yep, just like this.
Oh, okay. Hey, if that's what you want to do, you go for it, bro.
Mm-hmm. Longsword's trying to change up my style here. I don't have to run a shield. I can do some other fancy stuff
Ooh.
Ogre, but not an
with the
orc.
versatile.
What the fuck? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna use this. This looks intimidating enough. See this man sit at the table.
Garlic bread. I want my garlic bread.
They are unaccompanied, as you can clearly see.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
A lot of
I know I
tasks in
don't
this
have it.
room.
Oh no, he's that's just the only token I could find. He's very clearly like a large tusked orc.
Yeah.
Wearing full plate mail, minus the helmet.
Okay.
This guy's pale. Then all of you, to some level degree of surprise, see a doppelganger walk in from this direction.
Hmm.
Very clearly a doppelganger, not one that's hiding their appearance.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Good evening, everyone. It is good to see you. And who are these accompanying you? Jacques? This is my escort. I finally have one. I see. That is cute. That motherfucker just called me cute. As he takes a seat across the table. Can't remember. Yep. Ah, there you are. And then you see a Kinder woman walking in with a red dress and many bracelets and other trinkets on her body as she takes a seat or jumps up onto the seat. And
Does
she is accompanied by two people. Uno. And those two women. One, a grizzled looking, tough woman, kind of like yourself, Ralph. And the other, a more refined individual. Not. If I had to give a description with one word, think mage. She kind of looks like a mage. Like she's got the robes. She's even got the pointy hat that droops off to the side just a little too much. And they stand at her sides, and she looks across the table towards Jacques. Is like, hello, it's been too long. How have you been? Let me just do a quick thing. Coraline, my dear, how are you? How did the little business with the Baron of the East go? Oh, that's not something I wish to talk about right now. Don't test me. Very well, we can talk about it later. But you must tell me the tea. Is that the word? Tell me the tea. Spill the tea. Spill the tea. Yes. God, your language sucks. And as everybody sits at this table, you notice that the fifth seat remains empty for the time being.
None of these Kinder look familiar to us, do they?
No.
Okay.
So, shall we commence with the meeting? The orc stands up from his chair and looks across the table, makes eye contact with everybody, including the lot of you that have accompanied Jacques. All right. I officially call forth the meeting of the Kingpins. I, Kingpin of War, Dorak, am present, unaccompanied. The doppelganger stands up. I, Kingpin of Crime, Sevek Ba, am unaccompanied. The Kinder stands up on her chair so she can be seen. I, Kingpin of Love, Coraline Rose, am accompanied. She gestures towards the two patrons at her side. And then Jacques stands up. I, Kingpin of Secrets, Jacques Bonaparte, am very much accompanied. He gestures towards a lot of you before all of them sit down. Now, on to business, the orc says. We've called this meeting to gather information about these threats, this dragon army that is advancing on our territory. Does anyone know where they come from? You see the doppelganger raise his hand. I have a sneaking suspicion. I have yet to confirm, but I can only assume that they come from the Far East. How far? All the way from Kerr, sir. Kerr. That's Far East indeed. And they made it this far without us knowing how? That I do not know. My underground networks have been cut off as far east as they are. Let's see. I've also lost contact with all of my inside sources of the armies of the East. They've all either been compromised or wiped out. What have you? He says as he looks towards Coraline. Well, the noble factions across the continent and the eastern side have all gone silent, so I can only assume the worst has happened. She says she unfurls a fan and hides her part of her face. And then Durek turns his attention towards Jacques. And what of you, Bonaparte? I assume you have some knowledge about this.
Give me your shoes.
Maybe. What the hell do you mean, maybe? I mean that I may or may not be privy to some information that you may or may not be entitled to. The orc, Durek, by the name of Durek, just stares at him for a few moments. Keep your secrets, then. We'll figure it out. Ah, that's the spirit. I have a question, says the doppelganger that referred to himself as the kingpin of crime. What do your escorts think of this situation? These meetings are always so droll and boring. It would be nice to get an outside's perspective. He says he just kind of leans forward on his desk on the table.
You're doing so good.
I know.
All right, I'm back.
Hey,
All right, when did it cut off?
what do your escorts think about this?
Yeah.
What do your escorts think about this situation? They must have some unique outside perspective. I'm curious. These meetings are always so boring. Always the same faces. Unless I feel like changing. But I digress. Please speak your minds. We're all very curious to have your insights. Jacques just kind of looks over his shoulder towards Val. You're free to speak. Introduce yourselves first.
I look,
You just see all the other kingpins are looking at you with actually some amount of interest. They too appear to be bored with this meeting.
They call me Derval. Seems the rumors of destruction coming in from the east are unheard of. Entire towns, cities reduced to ash. whatever it is we're facing, it's unlike anything we've ever seen before.
The orc makes eye contact with you. So you have seen it.
No, but the city's up in rumors. More and more coming in from caravans by the day.
I have no interest in rumors. I need facts. Do either of you have any helpful insight? Says as he looks towards Gemini and Blink.
Gemini will turn to Blink to let them speak first.
Blink's gonna pause for a moment.
As soon as you inhale to say something, we lost the DM.
Oh, we were doing so good. We got like an hour and 40.
I know. Oh, actually, okay. So while he's not here, that fifth seat is empty, which is interesting. So who the fifth title be? Also, what was the doppelganger's name?
Svelak.
Svalak. Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Ralph, did you get my Discord ping?
No, I got a
I
lot of
don't-
tabs on streamer mode.
I had to wrestle back control from my internet. I apologize.
Your message about Steam?
Mhm.
Did you get my Steam message?
I did not. Oh, the DM's back. Hello. I have it.
Yes.
I.
What was the last thing you heard?
Oh my god, that is you.
Blink was about to respond to you.
Okay. I apologize. Then please continue.
Okay. Yeah, Gemini says I was gonna let Blink talk first.
Blink pauses dramatically to see if the DM connects. Do you know what type of creatures they have fighting for them?
I'm aware of these draconians, yes.
What do you know about them?
Not much.
Can they be killed?
If it can breathe, it can die.
Blink pauses again for a moment and looks over at Gemini.
If you're asking if we have any confirmed cues, then yes. We have repelled some of their invasions, but they don't last for long. We are being overrun.
The invasions that you have repelled, what kind of forces did they use before?
Before the Draconians, they were just cultists, vagabonds, with nothing but farmers' tools. But something got them organized. Something added to their numbers. We're not sure what.
They certainly had greater forces than peasants with pitchforks. The city
What
was...
worries me is how they were able to add so much to their armies before we even had a chance to react.
Did they fight with dragons during the last insurgents? Not draconians. Dragons.
Let's see. So they're stepping up their game. This is all very bad for business. The doppelganger pipes up from across the table. All of my trade routes are being routed. We're not able to get to any of the major cities in the east anymore. They're gutting us from the inside. Not to mention all those poor souls who are getting captured and worse, says the Kinder across from her.
Above table, we know the name of one of the generals, right?
Yes.
Legion?
No.
No,
Yeah, not
definitely
Legion.
not a general, sir.
Oh,
Definitely not a general.
Not
so
Legion.
you know, I know.
Yeah, I think that this is like from session like 2 or something.
Okay, okay.
Would you like me to repeat the name?
Is it High Lord Verimund?
Verminard.
Verminard. I can read my handwriting.
Literally spelled
it's Veramond. I was there.
very literally spelled vermin, AARD. Verminard. All one word.
Okay. Actually, I think Jacques told us that, so they probably know this information already. I think. Yeah, I think Jacques told us that. Okay.
And from what you've seen, he doesn't seem to be telling these guys much either.
Which is weird.
He's playing to his role as the kingpin of secrets, it would seem.
Okay. Yeah, I think Jim and I will fall kind of quiet, listen to what they say.
We need to find out who's commanding them. Someone had to rally them. This all happened within the span of less than 3 years. Before, they were nothing more than a minor cult. Now they're a full-fledged army. I'm gonna say something that's gonna make someone very happy. I know something you don't know. Jacques says in response to Duret. Would you care to enlighten us then, oh great kingpin of secrets? Certainly. It is what I am for. I gather information and then I disperse it as I see fit. The name of their commander is the Dragon High Lord Varmanard. He himself is a draconian. And a very old one at that. How do you mean? I mean, he is from the First War. Oh. The orc just kind of leans back in his chair. I wasn't expecting that. The entire room just kind of falls silent for a moment. Why are you all so gloomy? We have a plan. Oh, I have a plan. Landis will be very secure, I assure you. And I am employing these fine individuals to ensure that. Tim? The doppelganger just kind of falls face first onto the table and he's just laughing. What do you think they're going to do? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting that joke.
We're gonna do what all of you have failed to do.
And what is that? I'm
Kill them.
curious. You think killing them stops them? Did you not listen, boy? We've
Just
been
slow
pushing
down.
them back for years, but they keep pushing back harder. How much harder do you think you can push? I'm curious.
Ralph, during most of this conversation, will be visibly trying to like hold back himself from speaking, as he's around a lot of nefarious people and doesn't want to say anything. But also is like, they're saying a lot of stuff that pisses him off. So he's like steaming.
If you want, you can speak.
No, Ralph very much doesn't want to, but
Huh?
he wants to, but he's against his better will. He's not.
Okay. So that's what you
He's
wish.
visibly steaming though.
But by all means, the great Jacques has a plan. Everything's fine. Not like those went up in flames before. Hilarious. I don't see any of you coming up with plans, aside from our dear Durak here, who is at least trying to fight them off, instead of scurrying away into the sewers. Says as he stares directly at, fuck, what's his name? Stares directly at Sevek.
Sevek, that's his name.
Sevek Ball.
As
Like
it
a
was.
ball.
Interesting. It is in the sewer.
Well, if there's no more snarky remarks, I say we get on to concluding this meeting. Now, what do we all plan on doing about all this? I have told you my plan. I intend on getting army. Which technically should have been what you were doing, Durak. He says he looks towards you, Durak. But I understand that you're quite pulled in every direction, so it is fine. I can pick up your slack. Durak is just glaring at him, but he doesn't respond. I can attempt to persuade the noble factions of the West to donate to the war support. If not with troops, then at the very least with money. Or food. Really, whatever we can, seeing as most of the army seem to be heading towards your Atlantis. Yes, this is true. They do appear to be marching across the northern sea. Then it seems like we all have what we need to be doing. Any final remarks before we conclude this brief? Garrick says as he looks around the room. This is your last chance to make any exclamations. Going once, twice. He pushes his chair out from the table. Then the 75th concluded meeting of the kingpins of the underworld is concluded. Good day, safe travels, and good luck. Here's to hoping we meet to see have at 76th. Says as he moves around the table and moves around his chair and begins heading back the way he came. It was interesting meeting you all. I do hope you survive. As he slinks back out of his chair and into the dark alleyway he came from. I wish that too, but in a less menacing undertone. I do hope to see you all again. You were a breath of fresh air to this stale place. Good day. Come along, girls. We got work to do. She says as she takes the two women that came with her and so back up the way they came. You are now left alone in this dark, circular room with Jacques and Jacques alone.
So what the hell is your plan?
Pardon?
What the hell is your plan?
You are my plan.
Explain.
I already explained. You are going to go get forces for me. For the kingdom.
That is not much of a plan. No disrespect intended.
But yeah, they're just gonna come walking with us willingly. Doubtful. How can we prove it to them?
I mean, if you wish, I could get the king's seal of approval. Now that I think about it, that probably would have been wise to start with.
This mission is not approved by the king.
Well, he trusted you to my care. I'd assumed that any mission would have been approved. But no, I did not have direct contact with his plan.
He also locked
With
you in
him
a jail
doing
cell.
that. Well, that wasn't him, technically. It was his guards who had a big misunderstanding about why I was in his chambers, so...
He was still fully aware that you were imprisoned and set for execution, did not do anything to stop it.
Well, the king can sign off on executions.
True. He was aware I was being executed, and I have done things in the past that he does not approve of. But we go way back.
Ralph never
Besides-
shared to us that the seal was fake last time, did he? He never. Okay. Yeah, Blink won't say anything then.
Just a naive omission. There was no intent.
Yeah. Honestly, I
Yeah.
figured Ralph just forgot to bring it up.
Yeah.
Knowing Ralph.
But I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'll go speak to the king through proper channels to achieve a proper seal of approval.
How long has that seat been empty? And I'll gesture to the one seat that no one ever came to.
But he hasn't showed up for the past 15 meetings or so.
What is that person the kingpin of?
Monsters.
And is it a concern that they have not shown up the past 15 meetings, considering what we're facing?
Oh no, I can vouch that he is actively fighting against the Dragonlance.
Who is that?
I can only assume the reason why he hasn't returned is actually due to that. He is preoccupied.
Seems that Hugh's insight would be the most helpful right now. Who is
Yes.
Who is his fifth kingpin?
Just a moment. I have to look at my notes because I do not remember his name.
DM loading.
Where's my DM loading screen that has helpful hints and tips?
We can talk about it later. If it's like not vital, we can talk about it later. But mainly, it's do we know where he is? Is he out east fighting these armies?
Yes, actually. Where is my map?
So it'd be a good name for us to keep an eye out for in case we hear about him.
Yeah, I'll get it in a moment. What is the name of that mountains? Okay, there it is. And there we go. He and his people are currently residing within the forests of Kaolin. At least that's where I last heard of it. Again, it has been quite a while, so I can only assume he's keeping up the good fights.
Did Jarquez tell us his name or no?
Yeah, I'm still
Okay.
stuck in that part.
Yeah. Forest of Kaolin. I don't know what that is.
That is to the south.
Okay.
Just a little bit further south than where you're going, actually, about 2 more days. So, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Additional secret unlocked? Half unlocked? You could instead go that way if you had wanted.
Okay.
Fuck, what was his name? I knew I wrote it down somewhere, but it's not here.
You tell us later.
What was his name?
Just if we end up hearing the name later and we're just like, oh, we know who that is. Just be nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Dale. All right. It is. He goes by many names, but the one that he was born with is Marcus Bain.
I don't know if I'm mixing up.
Marcus
I don't know if I'm mixing up
Bain.
campaigns. Have we heard that name before?
Bane sounds awfully familiar.
Probably
Marcus
should've.
Bain. Marcus Bain sounds really familiar, but I can't think of why.
5th seat.
He is the fifth
Monsters.
seat. He is the fifth seat of the
Monsters.
kingpins of the underworld, and he is the kingpin of monsters. That's as much as you know.
Okay.
You also know where he last was seen, so if you wish to investigate further, you can. Again, this is an open world.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you heard about him, try to get him back, or back in contact. How often are these meetings? Once a month?
Yeah.
So you haven't heard from him in over a year, right?
Well, these past 5 meetings have been on a monthly basis, but that is only due to, them.
And the king is privy to these meetings.
Oh, God, no. We're called the kingpins of the underworld. We operate within the shadows.
You work with some curious business.
I have
clients.
hands in many pots, friend.
And the Ralph is conflicted.
Why is Ralph speaking in the third person? Do not get confused. My loyalty is still to my king and country, but sometimes I have to go around the rules to keep it safe. I can do things as the kingpin of secrets that I can't do as Sir Bonaparte, if you catch my drift.
I hope your actions will speak true, Jacques.
I really like this man. He has strong character. Well, no sense in staying in this dark, musty hole for much longer. Let's head back and get you all ready to leave. Would you like to
Let's
leave
be
tomorrow, or
Immediately.
you wish to leave right now?
Is it nighttime, or is it sunset?
Yes. The sun has set by this point. I'm not sure you wish to leave at night. Let's at least get you some rest.
I'll look to Blink. Your eyes can see in the dark, correct?
I sure can.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
But proper rest? Again,
We have a kingdom to save, Jacques.
I could do with just a short rest, if ever.
We could take a short rest while we gather supplies. And are we going to be allowed the same equipment that we had before, or are we going to be looking for our own transportation, or perhaps some of your?
Are you saying you lost my horses?
No, we still have them, but
Oh, thank God.
I was not sure if we would still be able to use them on this after arriving in the city.
Yes, of course. I don't want you to take too long, and that would definitely shorten the time of travel. What would normally be 5 days could probably be done in 2.5 days.
Unless, of course, you'd be willing to help with alternative transportation. If not, the horses will be more suffice, but it'll take us days.
Are you referring to... And he waves his hand, and there's a little bit of sparkles in there.
However as you put it. I believe that was your phrasing.
Well, I technically can. It's just... The sigil I left in that place might, well, not be the best option. As I said, I'm not exactly on good terms with him, and since that's my sigil that I placed there, if he ever took wind of that being activated, he might have a trap.
Understand.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying. It is an option if you're willing to take that risk. He might not have anything there. I don't know. I just never used it since the incident with his wife. So,
Perhaps not. But good to know that one is available, if needed. How far would it take for us to get there by magical horse cart?
by normal horse, 5 days. By magical horse, 2.5. It cuts travel time in half.
Alright. 2.5 days. So 5 days just to travel there and back again. Alright.
Indeed.
I'm inclined to agree with Ralph. The sooner we leave, the sooner we can attempt to get ahead of the armies. We don't know when they will arrive here.
Agreed. We can sleep on the way.
Who will be driving?
I believe I can drive at least the first shift. Blink, perhaps you could take the second. By then it should be day. Switch off with Ralph. Continue.
Yeah, that'll work.
Right.
If that is what you wish, I shall make it so. Now, as for
Fine
payment,
plan.
I should think that the butler has them ready by now, but if not, I'll do it myself. It should be 875. If I did my abacus math correctly, he says as he pulls out a little handmade abacus and begins doing the ridiculously fast motions. Yes, 875 gold pieces up front for all three of you.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but would it be possible for me to have a currency other than gold pieces?
Do you wish to have silver?
If I could, perhaps take the 75 gold pieces and the rest in diamond.
Interesting. Looking for jewelry or perhaps something a bit more robust?
I suppose robust. Gemstones are easier to conceal and less hefty than gold pieces, and diamonds are an easily exchanged currency among those that are inclined.
Yes, currency. Right. Are you attempting to conceal why you're actually getting a diamond?
Not really. I think he would know why she would need a diamond. I think that's a pretty common spell component for a variety of different reasons. I think above table we all know why I want one, but diamonds are really common for spells.
And the curiosity, how valuable must this diamond be?
Now let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's 400. But I don't think I need one gemstone. I think it's just diamonds. That it's plural diamonds. The value of the gemstones themselves does not matter greatly.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Oh, it's 300. Yes.
So 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds, plural?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be one giant diamond. It could be a collection of smaller diamonds. That's fine. And it's
Okay.
We're getting 800.
75.
875.
875. Okay, so yeah, if I get 800 worth of diamonds, that'd give me 2 casts and Revivify, and this is left over.
Out of character, I mean, does anyone wants to go shopping?
This will be the time to do that, yeah.
Yeah, that's before we go. I really would only get like a health potion or two.
Magical items, would they be?
Magical items aren't
Sales.
within circulation. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be looking for a bow of less commonality.
You could say uncommon or rare or something that would
Yeah,
signify.
yeah. I'd be looking for a special bow.
You're looking for a unique bow?
Yeah, something like a +1 or a magical bow, like a bow warning, something like that.
Okay.
Would I be able to find something like that in the city?
The potential for it exists, I would say, yeah. It's not going to be the easiest thing to find, but yeah, you could.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really trying to save up for plate, but you know, like if we are gonna do a morning of shopping, we totally can.
How
Yeah, I would like.
So you are staying before leaving.
Jaquez, well, I mean, this might be a more daunting task than we had originally perceived. Perhaps we leave in the morning after we've probably prepared ourselves. Well, it gives you a chance to make us breakfast.
An excellent suggestion. I wholeheartedly agree.
Jaquez.
Yes.
I'm gonna look to my left, look to my right. Do I see anybody down here?
Make a perception check.
Do you want to have this conversation maybe in the carriage on the way back?
18.
Oh, so y'all had left at this point.
I don't want to leave asking this.
Okay, so while you're still in the room, you asked this. You said 18?
Mm-hmm.
Don't see anybody.
Jaquez, I know you have a tendency to make things happen. Perhaps the horses for our journey can be of the phantom variety.
Pardon?
Do you not understand what I'm asking? I'm asking him to see if he can use Phantom Steed.
He's wondering as to why you know what the fuck that is.
I get around.
I mean, I don't.
Would
Maybe?
make the journey a little bit.
Yes, it
quicker.
would be much faster, indeed, but you'll do realize that's not sustainable, yes?
I do. But is this something that you could make happen?
Not in less than 12 hours, no.
Okay.
That is a very, very specific ask. That I was
But if you
prepared
wanted
for.
to, you could.
Not within less than 12 hours, but if I had more time, sure.
Okay. Good to know.
You are a strange man.
I like
Never
to collect
change.
information.
Never change. Now, I suggest we get out of this musty place. It is very sad in here. Come on now.
Once we get back into the cart and we're like on our way back to his place, I'll reach into my pocket and I'll pull out the brooch he actually gave us when we first left.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Ah.
I'll hold it out to him. Do you want this back?
Have you not found who? Never mind. You can keep that. Consider it a token.
But this isn't what we're supposed to deliver to, is it?
No, the one that you're thinking about is the one that was given to you by the Avatar.
Yeah. So this was just he just gave this to us to be able to be like, yes, we know this guy. Get into the city.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's okay. Doesn't want it back. Okay. I'll gladly keep it because it's actually good.
Brooch's shielding is in fact good.
Yes,
What?
Yeah, it's very handy. Okay. Another thief.
I cast shield. All right.
Okay, all right.
I suppose.
Well, yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I had nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until we get back to the manor before my next question. 'Cause I just want to ask Ralph and Blink.
Yeah, I was fine with just moving the scene to the manor or the morning
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, no problem. You have been pulled into the manor and led out of the carriage and are now free to do as you please inside the manor. You've been shown where the rooms are and can turn in at any time.
I'm gonna pull Blink and Ralph into probably my room or one of their rooms, whatever. Since we'll be busy tomorrow and having to leave quite early and quickly, I'm wondering if tonight we or I should go speak to Bellathor. I had something to give him.
Alone, absolutely not.
We can company together, as whatever we thought was safest. I figured we could go tonight and perhaps catch him before he leaves for the day.
I have no quarrels. What say you, Ralph?
I
don't see any other time we'll be able to get this done. So
Maybe the last time we see him ever. Impending doom and all.
I hope not, but that is a potential.
sadly, so.
More reason for us not to fail. Alright then. I plan to leave now. And
Very well.
Out the front door.
How else would I leave?
Looks
Through
at
the window!
Yeah, looks at window.
Chalk, you stay here. Don't go anywhere.
Out! I
Don't
like
touch
being
anything.
stuck
Don't
in here.
speak. Don't breathe.
But if I did that,
Alright.
I'm bored.
I'm asking, do you wish your meeting with Bellathor to be private? Or...
No, certainly not. I just... based on how your meeting with him last time went, I'm sure you left a positive impression.
He's quite hospitable, yeah.
Alright, and just in case this goes badly and this tarnishes Ralph's career, that's why I asked. But no, I do believe we should all accompany together. I just don't know what to expect, all things considered and everything that has happened.
I
Y'all
trust
have
you
yet to
completely,
explain-
Gemini.
Yeah, I was about to say, y'all have yet to explain to Ralph why y'all are doing this.
Stereotypical.
I thought
Militant authoritative figure, I suppose.
I started to I'm sorry, Ralph. I started to explain this to you and then realized we were remember in the temple when I told you that we had spoken to a god?
Yes.
Which time?
What?
The one time we were together after leaving Kellerman. We were sent on a mission to deliver an item to Bellathor. And I do not know what will happen, what his reaction will be, but we were assigned to do this. I just simply planned to finish what was requested of us.
Well, I don't suppose anything bad's going to happen.
I wouldn't think so, but I honestly don't know.
I just, divine power. I'm not too sure myself. But as I said, I trust you completely, Gemini. Yes, this must be done.
Thank you.
Let us make haste.
And that is the only reason why I offered to go by myself. I honestly do believe we should all stick together in all these choices. I just simply don't know what will happen, and do not want to get you roped into something that is unexpected or dangerous.
No, it's late. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
Agreed. Last time you got taken, you were left alone.
Yes, take them.
And I will not go out the window. I will go out the front door. And I'll start heading over to the guard station where Bellathor is.
As I leave, I'll take my last couple of treats and throw them over to Chomp.
Just jumps in the
Just
air
more
like a
feel good.
retriever.
You
Blinks like
behave.
fastening up his robe now that he's no longer in disguise and kind of throwing my hood back up.
Tom just grumbles, but he stays. All right, the rest of you are going by foot.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, yeah, but whatever's makes the most sense to get there. If it's a horse or walking. I'm assuming walking in a crowded city.
It's not crowded at all. It's nighttime. People are starting to head home. Nightlife isn't very popular during this, or not during, in this part of town, seeing as this is residential.
I would have donned my tabard and shield once more, and I'm looking like a guard again,
Excellent.
like a captain, so nobody messes with us.
Go back into the apparently Morningdale.
Indeed, sad widow noises.
Sad widow voices.
How long is the walk, would you say?
About 30 minutes.
Gemini, why were you so interested with my family tree yesterday?
Spicy. Oh,
Was that yesterday?
shit.
Today? Let's check the days.
Today, yesterday, I don't know. I shoot so many people.
Right.
It all blends together.
The individual that was with your colleague, I was able to see for just a moment into his face, and his eyes were very similar to yours. As you know, elves are pretty distinct in their irises and their color depending on their heritage.
Well, I surely never met someone like me.
I agree, which is why it caught me off guard when his eyes also masked a starscape.
We did just meet a certain someone who lives in a sewer, though.
You think it was
And
Sevek?
he was claiming to follow Sarah, who died well over 100 years ago.
You think that Sarek is pretending to be Sarah?
It's not out of the question.
No, that is... Do you think that perhaps this Sarek is this other elf? High elf?
Perhaps. But I'm the only high elf I've ever met. That's all I know.
It's like we got another post to add to theory crafting.
Because of your mother being
Part of the circle. Yeah. My father didn't know my mother long either.
right. So were you raised with your mother or your father? Your father was the elf, right?
I never met my mother. All I know is she's from the Feywild and she's part of some cult thing.
I feel sorry, I don't know much of the Feywild.
Neither do I. But that's all I know. I know that I get treated just like your people because I look different. Chased out of cities, attacked, things thrown at me. So I had my face. That's why I'm at home in the underdog sometimes. People don't judge you there.
They just kill or enslave you.
Yeah, when he says that, Gemma's like,
Must have been the gnomes.
perhaps then next time you return to the Underdark, continue to stay at the surface, Blink.
I do what I know how to do.
You speak of the Underdark in positive terms, but
I know
Yes.
it's horrible.
what was that?
It's horrible there.
It is.
The people understand killing and they pay well.
That is the best fate you could ask for.
I'm not gonna kill you, Gemini.
I'm not worried about that in the slightest, Blink.
Wait, what? What the fuck?
Blink. That's not.
Wait a minute.
Don't-
Where did that
Don't
come
jest
from?
like that.
Saying there's not the bounty high enough to make me betray a friend.
I know. I'm not worried about that. I
You have a-
appreciate that.
have a strange way of-
500,000.
You have a strange way of showing
Meet
affection.
me in the back alley.
It's a lot
I
of
was
money.
saying.
You can make like 50 golems with that.
You have to understand, Ralph, that sometimes that is a way of showing affection and camaraderie. The promise of not killing one another.
I'm still learning of your people, but well, perhaps you'll find some solace, Blink, in knowing that
Well, the problems of the world up here aren't so different from the ones down there.
What about you, Ralph? Do you have any family?
Aye. My ma and my pa.
Are they dwarves too?
Aye.
Is he just
Jesus.
short?
Jesus Christ.
He's not like an inch shorter than us, right?
I'm a high elf.
I'm above average. I tell you, it was the 90th percentile when growing up.
Oh,
But-
of course.
No one's ever referred to me as short before, Blake. I don't know how that sits with me.
Well, it's not too high as you can still reach it. So.
But, well, there you go again, spouting off.
Tell me about your family, Ralph.
Well, well, my father, he did what his father did before him. Followed in his footsteps as I have. We're in the family in service to the king. However, we're not of noble born, but I didn't change the fact of my father becoming a knight. As I'd have. I guess I really am following in his footsteps. Most of what I remember of my father is he was an avid farmer. He loved caring for plants, animals too. He told me everything he knew. It was a quaint life, growing up on the farm. It's a small bit of coastal land. You could see the sea and the seagulls flying over the beach from where our farm stood.
You keep speaking about it in the past tense.
Well, I mean, I haven't been there in years. It's been at least 5 years now. Yes, give or take.
What coast are you from?
Which coast?
Northeast, southwest.
Oh, just north of the city. Every now and then, my pa would bring me into the city, and he would take me for those candy apples. You could smell the burnt sugar from a mile away. It was my favorite time. But apart from that, we didn't spend very much time in the city. Not, of course, until I did my squire training.
Okay, can I ask all of you to make a passive perception check, please?
Make
Fail.
a passive
Or-
perception or tell us your passive
Not
perception.
not passive. I apologize. Or actually, yeah. What are your passive perception checks?
Fail. 10. Fail.
20.
16.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Ralph does actually fail. But the other two do not. You both see what appears to be a star crossing the sky. Just a streak of light.
A shooting star. I'll point it out. I'm assuming, is it a shooting star or is it something else? It's like, oh, it's actually a dragon. Hold on.
You feel compelled to make a wish.
I'll point it down. It is customary to make a wish upon the falling star. She'll close her eyes and she'll make a wish.
DM me your wish.
I think Blink would do it too if Gemini points it out.
Go ahead. Ralph, she pointed it out. Would you like to make a wish upon the star?
Ralph would not have reacted fast enough to see this so far away. With my human eyes, you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm still
so-
having I'm caught up in this conversation about my family. I'm like really invested talking to Blink here.
I don't know why, but I feel like you, whenever it comes to conversations, have the same reaction speed as that sloth from Zootopia. You know,
I intentionally made my character bad at perceiving things. It's a fun
dash,
thing to roleplay.
dash, 100-yard dash. There's flash, 100-yard dash over here. Let's go. All
It's a
right.
great movie, by the way.
It is an awesome movie. I can't wait for the second one to come out.
Mm-hmm.
They're making a second? No way.
Yep.
Yeah, that was confirmed at least a year ago, I think.
They're
I
also
don't know when
making
it's coming out.
they're also making Gladiator 2, which I really don't understand.
Fucking what?
Yeah,
Like
right?
Russell Crowe Gladiator?
Yeah.
It's so random.
Yeah.
Please tell me Russell Crowe's not going to be in it.
I don't know. I'm hoping it's not real. It's something I saw on the internet. I'm hoping it's not true because that's not a movie that really needs a sequel.
Yeah,
Or
it doesn't
prequel
have
or
a sequel.
anything.
Yeah, it's just like, just let movies be movies.
Let it die, live and let die. So, in case you're curious, the brief moment of panic I was experiencing was when I rolled a specific number that I was not expecting to roll tonight. It's a number that I set forth every night as we do a session that if I rolled this for a random encounter, I will roll on my chart. And I got that number. So I'm like, okay. So I rolled the chart and I got a 99. Wish upon a star. So I will let you know what happens after. What the fuck?
Fair enough.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just play along and we'll just see where it goes.
How do I? Y'all both gave me something I can't make tangible easily. Hmm.
Oh,
Fuck.
yes, I'm always good at these. It's so
Let me see you.
tangible.
Let me see.
You know what it is.
You didn't even spell it right. No. Fuck. Actually, believe it or not, yours is probably going to be the easiest.
Yeah. When you said Jaquez, I was like, I have a path. So
I now have my way in. Ah, fuck. Okay. Yeah, as your, how am I gonna do this? Fuck. I can't. I can think of a way to do,
you got
shies.
this. You
That
got this.
shies is actually doable. Gabo, what the fuck?
She thinks that this is a childish wish upon a star, and so she did a wish upon a star wish.
How do I make that happen?
I mean, she's not thinking that this is real or anything, so she's not to know.
I'll worry about yours later. Shy.
Yeah.
In your brief moment of clarity, you wish your heart's truest desire.
Mm-hmm.
And as you open your eyes, you can see, no one else can, but you can see what appears to be a misty mirror of sorts, where you can see that woman that you are looking for, currently in what appears to be a gilded tower, sitting quietly in a room reading a book. But you can also see that there is a chain around her leg.
Mm-hmm.
As the scene pulls back,
A damsel.
the scene around the tower is very starkly different from the tower itself, because this is a volcanic region. And she is in what appears to be an ivory tower that stands out very easily. But the further and further away the scene goes, the harder and harder it is to see that tower, as it seems to be disappearing in front of your very eyes, until eventually it's just a misty haze covering this volcano.
How far in front of the mirror? Like how far
You can
away
touch
is
it
it
with your
from
hand.
me? I can touch with my hand. Oh, damn. Fuck. I need to roll a d20. Natural
Wills.
20.
Willpower
Natural
check.
20.
Touch it.
How in public are we?
I mean, you're in a street.
There's no one out though, right? It's just
Yeah, no,
I
people are
roll-
just going home.
I rolled a natural 20. I'm giving in to my otherworldly urges right now.
ooh.
Oh, so
I don't know if that would have any like physical effect on my person, but like,
Oh yeah, no,
Blake is
absolutely.
getting like really pissed, like
Yeah, no, your
like
otherworldly-
hellfire burning in his veins, pissed.
Your otherworldly visage is very on display right now, as your eyes begin to shine as the sky does when it's night.
Yeah,
And your, are you wearing your hood right now?
yeah.
It begins to furl as your hair begins to it attempts to rise up, but obviously it's been stopped by the hood. But as a result, your hood is now furling.
Blink guard. You all right?
There's a bright light coming from within inside his hood that you aren't sure where it's coming from.
Blink, I think you're glowing.
You would see like the charredness on my skin probably start to like reoccur as my hand lifts up.
Yep.
Blink.
The burn on his skin, the burn on his arm is shifting and convulsing, as if there were worms underneath it.
It looks like I'm getting ready to cast a spell, but I'll give you guys a chance to stop me.
My initial reaction, I think, would be to like look left and right, and if there are people, or if there aren't, I'm looking for a place to kind of pull Blink, like half tackle, like
He is very weak compared to you. You could very easily just kind of drag him into an alley, which is right.
yeah, it's
across
more
the-
of finding a
Easily.
place where,
Easily
where
drag me.
we'll have a private moment, right? Yeah, so that's what I would attempt to do. Try like
Yeah.
pull him into a corner.
Do you resist, Blake?
No, I'm distracted.
You are just kind of scooped up and walked into an alley.
Yeah, I'll just bear hug you, just from
That's
behind,
it.
just two
Like
big
my-
arms.
My hand lifts up. I'm starting to like form this Eldritch Blast. Like the energy's like coming through. Me, just like kind of like grab me and just kind of
Just nope,
dissipates.
Gemini, come on, nope.
Oh, right.
Actually, Gemini, you are also experiencing a phenomenon right now.
Not
Luckily,
you,
Ralph was
too.
not.
Great.
Luckily, Ralph was not. Your
Who are
wish.
these people?
Your wish was very, very interesting. One that I was not prepared for. You wished for the safety of someone very important to you.
I did.
Ooh.
And the only way that this wish deemed possible for this person to be guaranteed to be safe was to not be where they were.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How safe do you feel, Gemini?
Before or after Blink started freaking out?
Before. When you made that wish.
I felt safer at home. But right now she's feeling safe. She's feeling nervous, the potential for a lack of safety, but with these two people, she feels pretty safe. I'd say 80% safe.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that. Because then I could change my mind. All right.
I mean, you totally change your mind. This is like this.
Oh no! I need. It's based very specifically off of your wish on how you feel at the moment. So, okay. I'm wondering how this is going to affect the story. I'm sure it's fine. There is another. As this scene is happening with Blink, like he's glowing like fucking Dr. Manhattan right now.
Yeah.
Your gaze is caught on something else that's glowing in front of you. A small mote of light that drops to the ground. And as soon as it makes contact, it expands into the shape of a humanoid form. And as the light goes away, you see a very familiar face.
She's like
One
starting.
that is stricken with confusion.
She's starting to turn towards Blink and then stop. And I'm assuming this is Lythal.
Yes, this is Lythal.
Lythal?
He's looking around himself. his surroundings, trying to figure out what just happened. And then he sees you. Jimin?
I'll immediately run forward and just embrace him quickly, and then goes, "How? What? Problem? Come with me." And I'm just gonna grab his arm and pull him with me.
Okay, yes, of course.
Gemini, help!
I come around the corner. And just,
You take him around the corner, and you just see this Blink is going nuclear right now. Like light is shining out of his mask, his gloves, his shoes. Every part of his clothes that isn't completely covered is shining light right now, and he is pissed.
okay, Blink, just calm down. I'm gonna cast calm emotions.
Calm down, Gemini.
I'm gonna cast calm
Do
emotions.
you really think that's helping?
I need you to make a charisma saving throw. Or technically, everyone needs to make a charisma saving throw, but mainly Blake.
Actually, yeah. Lythel needs to make one too because he is very confused right now.
Just trying
As I'm like
everyone, calm the fuck down.
grappling this freaking
I can't
ray
hear
of light.
I can hear you, Blake. You're muted, Blake.
I rolled a 14. I rolled with disadvantage because I'm
Fail.
getting like grabbed.
All right, that's
I
a
pass.
failure.
Yeah, I'm calm now.
Friendly fire my ass.
So
The
it's
eldritch being inside me has calmed.
just are you still a light, or are you like starting to return back to normal?
Nah, I probably was like start dimming down back to normal.
The equivalent of uncracking a glow stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ralph would hit his back off the wall and maybe slink down, still holding Blink, not sure if he's fully calmed down yet.
Despite the heavy armor and metal plating, it's actually very comfortable.
Chain link is so comfy.
Are you alright, Blink?
Yes. Saw a ghost.
You look up as we're responding to Gemini, and you see another elf standing behind her.
Oh,
Hello.
there's someone behind you.
Gemini, who the hell is that?
I
This a robbery?
no.
I don't think so.
It's an ambush.
I'm sorry. This is all very confusing.
Yes,
This
I concur with that.
Ralph, Blake, this is Lyethel. This is who I've been searching for. And I'll just now like kind of turn to him. Where have you been?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm very confused as to why I'm here right now. How am I here?
I don't know. Wait, you don't know why you're here?
No, I just suddenly heard a voice calling out from the sky, and then a light dropped upon me, and then I felt very light all of a sudden, and then there was a bright flash, and I felt like I was moving, and then I stopped, and then I was here in this very... Are we
The
in
last thing
Memphis?
that happened was I was telling a tale about my home life, and you said something about wishing upon a star. I looked to the sky and didn't see anything, and then Blink was up in a flash of light.
Oh,
That's
all I did was look at that star.
You wished upon a star.
like the nursery rhymes. That's a children's tale.
Oh. Huh. I guess it has some valid points then.
Blink,
This is very odd.
How do you two know each other? Sorry, who is this? Lyethel.
This is
Kind of looks like you.
Yeah, you were looking for him, but you didn't check the market?
the market. So I'll say, do you want to describe Lythol, or do you want me to describe Lythol?
You go ahead. You have a better idea of what he looks like in your head.
That's true. You can see that Lythol is a tall high elf. Long, like kind of dirty blonde hair that's neatly kept and loosely tied back, wearing probably a very similar attire to Gemini, except all in white. And he has the same blue amulet stone around his neck and a long sword. But that's probably it. Maybe a shield traveling light. They are, I would think, as obvious as it could be. They both appear to be clerics of the same affiliation.
Yes.
This is my mentor, the head of the temple of Mishakal in my village. Where have you been? You never came home.
It's a complicated story, Gemini. It's not that I didn't want to return, it's that I couldn't return.
I know. I don't question that. I don't question that. But just, we were worried. No one had heard from you.
I know. And I'm sorry. I did not mean to cause you harm or dismay. I can't go back now. Not yet.
I know I wouldn't question you, but why? What did you get into? I've been trying to ask around from you, and people said you were here a month ago.
I was here a month ago, which is why I'm so startled to be suddenly back here again. But I came here seeking guidance from the temple. I had a word with the cardinal, and I was bestowed upon a revelation of sorts. Needless to say, I am unfortunately not able to go back as a result of that revelation. Not until I've completed my duty, which may take some time.
I understand.
Did you come all the way from home just to find me?
Yes. We waited. I thought we were really worried when you disappeared. We know that you were going out to find out what was happening, but no one heard from you. We wanted to send someone to make sure that you were safe, and it made sense for it to be me.
Suppose it does make sense, yes.
Just, are you safe?
Well, I suppose I am now. For the time being, at least. I certainly didn't feel too safe before, but the danger's no longer here. But enough of that. Why don't you introduce your friends?
Right. I thought, this is Blink. He's been my guide through the countryside since we met in
I'll bow.
What?
He takes a step towards you and just kind of takes your hand into his and just kind of shakes it. Thank you very much for keeping Gemini safe.
The safest.
And this is Sir Ralph, Knight of Solomia. He has been our protector since we met in Signal. Signal.
No.
Signal.
I do not know this town. What is this
Seagull.
signal?
It's called Seagull.
Signal.
Seagull.
Seagull.
Ralph will stand up and pat himself off and kind of just look intently at Lythal in the eyes for but a moment, and then just go in for a big hug.
Oh.
A friend of Gemini's is a friend of mine.
Very well. I'm a hugger. He says as he wraps his arms around you. He's actually taller than you.
A big pat embrace.
Oh, he's got a strong grip. Okay. He pats you on your shoulders and pulls away from the embrace.
You're not getting a hug out of me.
I assumed you didn't want one, so I didn't offer. Anyways, it's a pleasure to meet the friends of Gemini. What are you all doing
Well,
here? Did
I
you
love the
join
civil
her?
reunion we're having, but we have somewhere to be, Gemini.
Oh, was I distracting you? I apologize.
You can join us. It's fine. Just have to make a delivery.
Indeed.
I have to agree with Blink.
I have to.
We don't have a lot of time, impending doom and all.
Wait, what?
These are trying times, Lythal.
Perhaps we should.
I'm aware of that, but why are you involved in this?
Me?
Me?
All of you. I had assumed the two of you were keeping her safe while she was finding me, but why are you all... What are you doing? You seem to have something else in mind.
I'll reach into my pocket and I'll pull out the harp of Brachus. I received a vision as well. I set out here to find you, and I fully intended to make sure that you were safe. But we are investigating the dragon attacks that are sweeping the east. And we received a vision from Brachus himself. Broncala! Sorry. Broncala.
Brachus Rex.
That's where I got it from, yeah.
Oh no!
Divinity
Too much
2!
lore.
Original! No, wrong lore.
Too much
Sorry,
lore.
Broncala.
Wrong world.
Blink wants to say something to get Gemini in trouble really bad. Will I do it?
Well, if
Do
you
it.
receive divine ordainment, I can't stand in your way, but this is strange, to say the least.
And
We're getting sent to go gather some armies, actually.
What?
Yes.
Right. Of course, that makes sense.
Yeah, we've even killed a few of those ugly things.
You
Blink
encountered
is-
them.
What Blink is trying to say is that the lot of us are all pulling as hard as we can for the safety of mankind. Gemini has shown honorable character since I've met her.
It's true.
Blink as well.
She brought me back from the dead, I think.
Nothing so dramatic, just
Oh,
doing what you've told me.
I found God. Believe it or not.
Well,
wow.
yeah. Let's, I think we have a lot to talk about, but I'm sorry, this has to be
Yes.
rushed, and I'll just, I'll
Of course.
grab his arm and, like, just start walking down and have one.
Talk and walk.
Yeah, do a talk and walk. Where were you before this, as we were just walking down the street?
Think I got her in trouble, Ralph.
Let me pull up my map.
It's not the time. It's not the time.
Fuck did I leave on that?
Dun.
Gotta open up the whole damn thing. Hold on.
Don't blame me! You gave me a wish! And Gemini didn't take it seriously!
Breaking one.
You just gave Blink a level of
expecting that.
barbarian. That's got a rage.
I was expecting like I wish for money. I wish I had a little bit extra. I was expecting that from Blake.
More
I was
money.
expecting the money thing from Blake. Yeah, because he was the one who was trying to get more money out of Jacques.
No, you have
Nah,
two
dude.
characters. No, you've read our
Blink
We can
backstories,
get, we
right?
can get money from Jaquez.
Yes,
you know,
I've read how depressing
wishes
all
are
of you are.
for
Blink
are
is
for
very
ca-
tragic.
character building.
Both Blink and Gemini have the same goal: find someone.
Blink
one
just
of you
wants
Exactly.
Well,
I
at
have
least
my
it's
one
his
goal. That was
tiefling
my
wife
wish.
more than anything.
My one goal was my wish, so I hope yours was too.
Wait, what?
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm a
Oh,
level
right.
20 wizard now.
I mean,
You would be a level
potentially.
20. You would be a level 20 wizard for 1 minute. Then you would explode.
I will
Magic
say,
missile!
I will say, DM, that was a nice wish, because if I take it that seriously, she would have wished for the end of the dragon army.
There you go. Yeah.
That's beyond the power of a wish, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I
Blink,
wish
I have an
I was
idea.
Bahamut.
I have
What
an
the
idea,
fuck?
Blink. The next time you decide to go all ball of light, I'll run with you into the fray and point you at our enemies, and we'll be like a
There it
two-man
is.
walking cannon.
I
I don't even know what this does.
Which button turns you on? Just let me know.
Ayo.
Hey, yo, what?
It's right above the.
Stop. Okay, all right. I think I found it.
Lysol's like, who
yes.
are these people that Gemini has been traveling with?
All right,
Think they
all right.
shop at the
Back
same
into
tailor.
Back into character. All right.
One's more dead, one's getting married.
It was that in there. All right. I was just arriving to the town of. Fuck.
Right.
I was just.
Fuck!
I was just arriving to the town of Starport in Southland before the whole light show happened.
Do I know where that is? In Solfand?
And the region of Southland. It's like Southland, but replace
South-
the A with a U.
Okay, Southland. Okay.
That is to the west of Kaolan, the forest that's the supposed kingpin of monsters is.
Yeah. Can you tell me why? I understand if you can't, but does this have anything to do with the attacks on our home?
His expression is a little bit more solemn right now, but yes, to keep it summarized, it is as a result of that. I was following a lead, and it turned out to be accurate.
But you can't tell me.
Not yet. I'm sorry.
Don't be alarmed. But you should.
I'm already very alarmed.
Well, then you should know that. Have you heard about the Dragon Army attacks?
I mean, I know they've been advancing for a while now, but what attacks are you referring to?
The first city we were at was Kalaman.
Yep.
Kalaman has been destroyed, and the army is making its way here.
Oh. Oh. That's not good.
And I don't know why or how they were involved, but my sisters have been tracking me across the coastline. I am safe.
Wait, what was that?
My sisters are somehow involved with the Dragon Army. At least one of them is.
You see a sudden look of dread on his face. I thought they were following me.
Have they been
Oh dear.
They were hunting you.
Yes, I assume both of them, but apparently they split up, or maybe. Oh dear. This complicates things.
Indeed it does. Is that
That's
why
why I haven't been able to stay in one place for too long. I was concerned about the safety of the people around me.
And is that why you were not feeling safe in Starport? Because one of them was hunting you there?
Because I fell into one of their traps, yes.
What happened? Are you injured?
It's not me that was injured. A man who was accompanying me died. But he managed to save me before they could get me, so.
I'm sorry, Lythal.
I am too.
Here, and I'll go into my bag and I'll pull out the herbs that I used on Blink last time we were attacked. I can get more of these, and I'll pass the pouch to him. Keep these with you. They are using undead as mercenaries.
Yes, I noticed that. It is barbaric what levels they're willing to stoop to. But, you know, a part of me still kind of hopes they'll end up like you did. They're your family. I still want to give them a chance, even if they don't want that chance.
I understand, but this will be a conversation for another time, Lythal.
Right, I apologize. We're in a public area. I
No,
shouldn't be.
it's fine.
So, Ralph, did your dad have any funny nicknames for you?
He called me Dave for a while.
Like Scamp or Skippy or something that rolls off the tongue that I would never use in a public setting.
Oh, you little shit!
Blink, I look at you in a high esteem, and I think you'd know me better than to give you a nickname to call me.
Well, you know, when we want to not use names, you know, we can have something like, hey, Skippy, or something. So this rolls off the tongue.
I mean, I was liking my my code name down in the bad person's meeting. Call me Derval, yeah. It's
Derval.
I'm like a bad boy.
Derval and Dervy. Yeah.
No, just Derval.
I look at you in high esteem, too. Ralph, now that I know that you're not a dwarf.
You're a very tall dwarf.
I jest.
Are we there yet?
But he's not going to be happy to see me, but I'm ready to meet him again. He put me in handcuffs last time.
Christ. As you finally round the final corner and make your way up to the guardhouse, luckily, justice never sleeps, and it is still being in use. And that is where we are going to wrap up today's session. Ooh. Guess what, gang? It's
Didn't
session
make it
12.
anywhere.
Level the fuck
Didn't make
up.
it nowhere.
Wait, we leveled up? Wait,
Yes.
so we're level 6?
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh.
okay.
Do I expand my warlock knowledge?
I accept the.
I don't
side
think I
quest
do.
for experience.
Thematically, not there yet.
Oh, level 2 Warlock is amazing. Oh, well, I definitely
Feel
love
like
the
an
roleplay
AI.
aspect. All right.
Yeah, I haven't even used Eldritch Blast yet. I can't justify leveling up.
You haven't even communed with your patron yet.
Not yet.
All right, we are gonna
And
do.
Cthulhu's gonna be pissed.
We're gonna do a raid. Ooh,
Cthulhu's like, what the fuck?
Endless is live, so we're gonna raid Endless.
This little
So,
bitch.
all right, goblins, everyone gather. We're gonna go raid Endless and say hi. And I will see you all for. Oh, I didn't post a schedule yet for this week. Most likely Wednesday for. I'm hoping the last session of Hellblade. I want to finish that game up this week. We'll see. Not Helldivers though, because the servers are fucked. So, have a good week, everyone. See you next time.
Ooh.
Goodbye.
Thanks, everybody.